Hey writers, I have a confession to make, and I figure out here on the mountaintop where people have dumped their garbage is a pretty good place to lay it all out. I've been writing for as long as I can remember. Well, maybe not quite. Since I was 10. I've been on YouTube for a year and a half. Long enough to know that a lot of people take breaks. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not judging. I always said I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't take a break. And this isn't a lead-in for me taking a break. So I know a lot of people do that and you see it coming, but I'm not doing that. I'm not going to take a break, which is why I'm up here on a mountain. Hubby's in hospital. If you saw the video last week where I ran the bookshop, you'll know what that's about. His mom and dad have come up to help, which is lovely, or down from Queensland to help, which is lovely. So I had to move everything out of Paul's office into my office, and now my office feels like a junkyard, and it's just not a creative space anymore. It's Camp Nano, and if you see this short, I committed to only writing once a week. That is my goal for Camp Nano. I've never made such a lame goal, but I want to make a goal I can reach, and I'm not letting myself move the goalposts. And I'm going to continue to post videos, but I'm not letting myself move the goalpost. I'm not going to try and do more, but something's happening that I didn't foresee. It has made me realize just how judgmental and hard I've been on my fellow writers who need to take a break, because committing not to take a break is taking every ounce of my energy. So you might say, Joe, why not take a break? Why not go on, take a break, and just focus on your family? And I've got a very, very short answer for you. Because the only thing that keeps me going in life, the only thing making life worth living is writing and creating. Whether it's a YouTube video, a YouTube short, a community post, chatting with you, reading your comments. By the way, please leave comments below. And it makes my day when I get to reply to your comments, so I could really use the cheering up. Thank you. Appreciate it. And hit that like as well. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. But basically, this is why I'm alive. Everything else is administration. And I can see the bags in my eyes, right? Life, for me, is about creating. I don't know if you feel the same. Life for me is about writing. It's about telling stories. It's about sharing my journey with other people and seeing other people have their life passion, which is why I went and ran the bookshop. Because for my husband, the bookshop, apart from his children, the bookshop is why he's alive. And it's why I make an effort to drive the 2 hours through city traffic to Westmead Hospital, where he is, to bring him his daughter, because that is what keeps him going. And if I didn't bring his daughter, if I let his bookshop die, he wouldn't have a reason to fight for his life right now, which is what he's doing. Somebody said, it's been credited to Frank Sinatra, that they like to say that life didn't give them their arts, that their art gave them a meaning in their life. And that is exactly how I feel. So what do? Do we stop our art? Do we start everything that gives our life meaning in order to make sure the groceries are got and the bills are paid and the visits to the hospital are done and the rooms are clean and that No, I say no. And I refuse to stop, which is why I'm on the side of the road. Sorry, my car's noisy. Which is why I'm on the side of my road creating this video, because I feel so strongly about this. I just could not keep driving. I had to stop and talk to you about it. Writers gotta write. Writers got to be creative. Creatives gotta create. And if you stop doing that, what's the point? What's the point of living without it? I don't understand. If you disagree, please go ahead and disagree in the comments. But I just think that life cannot just be getting through the day. Even when you're in the middle of a life and death struggle, even when you're a mom, even when you're a daughter or a friend or a wife, even when life gets complicated, you still gotta find that reason for living. So I've just done a whole lot of errands, picked up the Easter things. By the time you see this, Easter will have passed, but I've picked up the Easter things to make my daughter's life fun, because fun is what keeps her going. And I am passionate about keeping people going, which is why I have committed to seeing 1,000 writers, new writers, get their new voices out there by 2025. And I want to see that happen, and I want to help in any way I can, whether it's a shout out on the channel, place to provide feedback, or help getting those submissions out there, because you can't get published if you don't submit your work. One thing I'm really good at is submitting. So if you're a new writer and you're struggling with pressing the submit button, then subscribe to this channel. When this all settles down, I'll be launching a new podcast where I'll be talking to industry experts, published authors, and more, and finding out what we need to do to get published. Because while I've had short works published, I will be honest, I haven't had long form published. I'm going to ask the questions, and if you have questions, pop them around so that I'll know what to ask. But hit that subscribe so you don't miss the first episode, which will hopefully go up in June. In the meantime, I'll be sharing my journey and how I'm going to keep writing in the face of one of the most demanding times of my life. I've never had so much demand on my time and my attention, and I feel like I've completely lost myself. Finding time to write is nearly impossible, but I'm going to figure it out. And if you want to know how I figure it out, check out this video here. Wow, this couch really stinks. I was going to sit on it, but I'm not that silly. And if I haven't figured it out, I'll at least tell you what doesn't work.